Hello, everyone. So, this week there is, of course, a new Tavern Brawl, and it is an interesting one. So, top two. So, you only pick two cards, and that is your entire deck. Any card, any two cards that you want, um, within standard, I believe. And so, there's a lot of different possible combinations that are incredibly powerful, but what I found to be the best is Target Dummy and Bolster. And what you'll see in the games to come is these particular two cards can let you get 3 up to 4 2/4 minions out on turn 1. And that is just next to impossible for anyone to deal with. And then, of course, the thing to keep in mind is target dummies, since they cost 0, and bolster, since it only costs 2, you can win by turn 3 pretty quickly. And I don't think I had a single game that went longer than turn 5, and I don't think I lost a single game. It's just, like I said, it's incredibly hard to deal with, especially because those 3 or 4 2/4 minions can then become 4/6s the next turn, or you can get a 0/2 taunt the next turn. The only class that gave me a bit of challenge was Innervate Ancient of War. And the problem with that is, typically on turn 1 or 2, you need to spend your entire hand to get 1 Ancient of War out. That's a 5/10. But if you have 2 bolsters on 3 target dummies, well, now you have 3 4/6s that don't die when they trade into the 5/10, and then again you can just heal them by hitting them with another bolster for 2. So again, incredibly powerful combination, very difficult to deal with. I don't think there is any way to deal with it except maybe in a mirror match, and then it's really just who goes first. Whoever goes first, or whoever, I guess, has more target dummies in their hand initially, assuming that both players have 1 bolster, will win the game simply by trading. So again, a very, very interesting Tavern Brawl. It is a little bit too bad that there is such a powerful combination out there that I think can't really be dealt with very easily by anyone. So anyway, enjoy the games. They're a lot of fun. But I sort of felt bad recording this one, so know that.
Garrosh versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Victory or death!
You win this. My magic will tear you apart.
Garrosh versus Thrall.
Okay, let's see what we
Victory or
got.
death! That's incredible! My thanks.
Yeah, this is silly. I feel bad. Like, yeah. What makes this so powerful is the fact that
Versus Rexar.
you can do, like, first or second,
Victory or death!
you can usually get 2 to 3 2/4s out on 2 mana. And I mean, that's just silly. That's just silly.
Powering up. Portals online.
MechWarper. The problem is that even if he plays multiple MechWarpers, I can just bolster heal through it. So, for instance, this guy is probably running MechWarper GorillaBot. That's a pretty common one. So, by turn 6, assuming I keep the board clear,
I concede.
he'd be able to do his combo, but by turn 6, I'll have won. So, I mean, this is the cancer. Like, I don't know how you would stop this.
Garrosh versus Malfurion.
I haven't played a druid before.
Victory or death!
Ooh.
Job done. Thanks.
Yeah. Innervate. Innervate Ancient of War. That's a pretty good counter. Problem is you can't actually do that combo very often. And if I draw into a bolster next turn... So the issue is you need 2 innervates, and I don't think he has it. So... Of course, then again, I might only draw training dummies, so... We'll see. If I draw a bolster, there we go.
Well played.
Yeah, so I mean, that's actually a pretty good deck to counter it. So, if you only draw bolsters or you only draw training dummies, you can't do much, but that's true of everyone, right? But that's like, assuming a level playing field, like for every turn you draw a training dummy, you draw a bolster.
Garrosh!
That's a
Gul'dan!
pretty hard one to beat.
Your soul shall be mine. Victory or death.
I haven't gone up against a lock before, so we shall see. So what's one card?
Why do you call?
Voidwalker. Voidwalker, power overwhelming? Oh. Oh. That's a powerful combo. So he's a paladin, and everything costs one less. Consecrate doesn't do much. Okay. That is a powerful... So Renounced Darkness, what it does, for those that don't know, it's a Warlock spell, 2 cost, and you renounce the darkness of being a Warlock, and so what happens is you become another class at random, and your hero power gets replaced. Yeah, it was still a bit too late for this guy. And your hand and your deck get swapped out with other cards of that class that all cost 1 less. So being able to do that in a deck that you're normally limited to 2 cards, and being able to swap that is huge, hugely powerful. The only problem is that one of the advantages of only having 2 cards in your deck is you essentially know what you're going to draw into, right? There's a 50-50 chance every single time.
Versus Thrall!
And so what that means is that I can confidently say, so for instance, I don't want this second bolster, so I have a 50-50 chance of getting a target dummy, and I do. So now, on turn 1, I'm going to have 3 2/4 minions. That's very hard for anyone to come back from. In fact, I'm going to have 4 2/4 minions. And this is disgusting. This is disgusting. How does any class deal with that on turn 2? Oh my god. Okay, so Rockbiter weapon or evolve? It's evolved. So he got a taunt. Wow, that's lucky. So his cards are Bilefin, the Murloc that summons a 1/1 taunt with Ooze, or Ooze with taunt, and evolve. So that's actually pretty good, because that means that he can fill his board pretty quickly. Problem is, he needs a taunt. So, and then evolve again. And he loses.
Well played. You win this one.
Yeah. My god. So, for those that want to know the deck list, it's target dummy and bolster. Typically you mulligan so that you have as many target dummies as possible and one bolster. And then you just win. You just kind of win.